Hello?
I got my Louis PRADA GUCCI, pop them, pop them tags. I got my Louis PRADA GUCCI, them tags, them tags. Louis PRADA GUCCI, pop them tags,
Ma'am,
I pop them tags. I don't know why you sing that little Louis PRADA GUCCI song when you only shop at Walmart, Target, and JCPenney.
Do I look expensive? What's going on, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone between it is I, NeonMUA, and I'm giving extra expensive, rich, Todd World auntie vibes. So there's a reason behind all of this getup is today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been like wanting to do for a long time. Something that has been suggested to me for a long time. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of like luxury makeup, high-end makeup, high price point makeup, the whole vibe of that. Yeah, so expect to see a lot of like high-end makeup, really. You're just going to see a lot of things like the Diors and the YSLs and the other brands that are high-end. There's also going to be some new makeup from certain brands that I've been wanting to try, and this has been exciting for me to do. So 2-for-1 special here. You're going to get all the goods from me because, you know, it's me, Neon. Hi, if it's your first time here, hello, welcome. My name is Darius, also known as Neon, also known as NeonMUA. I make makeup videos. I make sometimes music videos, not music videos. We know videos about music. I make videos about stuff. If you're interested in seeing any of my videos, watching any of my content, then go ahead first. Give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. It means so much. And then while you're down there below, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as well so that you don't miss the next time I upload. And without further ado, we're going to get into my full fantasy, my rich bitch shit. It's very expensive. Very, I'm doing the most. But this video calls for the most. So we're going to get into all of that. Let's go. Let me just take this jacket off. It's hot. Alright guys, so like I said, we're going to be getting into like some high-end makeup. A lot of this is going to be high-end, so think, like I said, the YSL, Dior, that sort of vibe. We're also going to be doing some stuff with some higher price makeup that I'm not quite sure is considered high-end. So you're going to see some stuff from Natasha, Denona. You're going to see some stuff from Marc Jacobs, because apparently Marc Jacobs isn't high-end, even though I don't know. Just, you guys know what you're getting into. Expensive, rich bitch shit. This is what we're getting into. Let's get started. So first, I'm going to prime my face. This is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer. I was bouncing back and forth between using this and another primer that they had, but the girls working on that Backstage Face and Body is that girl. And I didn't want to just buy makeup that I would use for a video. Like, I would legit want to use this makeup in the future, and it costs too much to be just playing with other stuff. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I'm trying for the first time, I don't think, outside of like 2 things in this video I'm using, everything else I've never tried before. So I didn't grab any like luxury loose powders because like white cast. So I'm just gonna use some Laurent Mercier translucent deep. I don't think I do this on video either, but like I'm setting my face. I'm doing what, you know, Jackie has said to do and other artists say to do, but I'm just setting my face in the center just to blur, keep makeup longer, you know, that sort of thing. All right, now. All right, so next I'm going to go into the Marc Jacobs Tantalized Dewdrops, which again, I don't know if Marc Jacobs is still considered luxury or not, because obviously the fashion brand is considered high-end luxury. But apparently some people don't think that the makeup is. Also, I know that Marc Jacobs is like all on sale right now, and that's kind of the reason why I bought so much of it. But I'm interested to know your thoughts on Marc Jacobs. Do you even care about Marc Jacobs anymore? If this is a rebranding, because apparently it is, they're not going out of business. But do you even care if they're rebranding? Are you excited to see if they're rebranding? Comment below. All right, next I'm going to go into the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation, because I was like, used the primer earlier. By the way, I'm using the shade 6W. I will say, I do like the finish of the foundation. The foundation is giving like medium coverage. I'm getting a sense of buildability with this. The color, maybe this would be a foundation that like oxidizes, but it is very yellow. Next, let's move into concealer. I have the YSL, the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat High Coverage Radiant Concealer. It's a concealer pen. I've always had like this weird impression about concealer pens. I always feel like they either don't get the coverage that you want initially, or they give very much like under eye brightener as opposed to concealer. This claims to be a high coverage concealer, so we're just gonna hope and pray. And this is the concealer in the shade. Now why would they do that? This is either shade 6 or shade 9. Can't tell because it's but I will say it does have a nice coverage, at least applying it. It does give that appearance. So this might be something that I thoroughly enjoy. This concealer has a really nice finish to it. Oh my god. Like, it doesn't feel heavy like a lot of like full coverage concealers do. And it is blending out like a dream. Yep. We stand that concealer. Sure do.
Yup.
So I'm just gonna like give my face a refreshing boost. I want to use the Marc Jacobs Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist. Or not. Oh no. Oh no.
2 hours later.
So after a brief malfunction, I'm going to be setting my face with the Marc Jacobs Recover Perfecting Setting Mist. Don't look at the top. I had to change it. Don't look at it. There might be a little Fix Plus mixed in there. It's fine. I don't think high-end brands think that contouring and bronzing is a thing we do, so I'll just use Dusted On. Hey. Alright, so I'm going to be doing my brows. I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat Precision Brow Pencil. Sorry, Micro Precision Brow Pencil. So it's kind of like a micro pencil and like a flat regular brow pencil. Don't know how to explain it. My brows are semi-laminated. I also have put in a little bit of edge control to hold my brows. We're gonna talk about that one day, but I want to do my brows, so let's try. This is really nice. It's really pigmented. For it to go over top of like a gel, yep, I like it. Also, I think these are refillable. I think a lot of Charlotte Tilbury's brow products are refillable, so that's really good. That's a good thing considering, you know, how much you're paying for it. And this is like a really high quality pencil, I can tell by holding it. Also sustainability, so hey. Just gonna bronze real quick with the Dusk Bronzer. I also don't know if Hourglass is considered luxury. I've seen like people say that it is, and then some people say it's not. But I'm going to use the Hourglass Ambient palette. This is something that I like doing every now and then. I'm just going to take the deepest powder in this palette, and I'm going to use that just to like marry my face with the bronzer and give it a nice little glow. Another product that I don't think is considered luxury, but another brand that's not considered luxury is not the top. So another brand that's not necessarily considered luxury, but the price is definitely up there with a lot of these brands, is Natasha Denona. You guys know Natasha Denona's palettes can run a pretty coin if you ask anyone with common sense. I figured this would be a great chance to use these, mainly because Natasha has released recently the Zendō palette, which is easily my favorite Natasha palette. Like this is really cool. Like it's really good. It's like some bright warm red and golden orangey shades, and then you got some cool tones over here. I'm really like hype about using that palette. I also have the Safari palette, which is a palette full of mattes that I've never used and have had for months. But I think what I'm going to do is marry to both of these because there's a lot of great like jewel tones and interesting shades in this palette. So we're just going to combine the two. So there's this look that one Mr. RuPaul Charles has worn that I'm like infatuated with. There we go. So it's like this fully colored lid with like a warm neutral crease. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Alright, so out of the Safari palette, I want to take the shade Lotus, which is a soft pink. Use that as the transition shade. Next, I'm going to take this shade here called Mascara. Essentially a purple mauve. I'm taking it in the crease. And now on a more concentrated brush, I'm going to take the shade Voodoo, which is essentially that same mauve-y plum color, but really deep. And I'm going to focus that right in the pocket of my crease. Alright, so I've gone ahead and carved out my crease. Now I'm going to go in and do the lid space work. I'm moving into the Zendō palette. I'm going to take the shade Mantra. Mantra is a deep forest green, and I'm taking it on the outer third, creating this wing shade. Now this shadow is also like a cream texture. I don't know how to describe it. The shadow is like a cream texture, so I don't know how to describe it. So I'm just gonna make sure that I apply this shade in that crease as well, keeping it sharp. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Breathe. Breathe is a minty green, and I'm putting that in the rest of that lid space. I'm just gonna take this same kind of like color combo of the green and mint green, drag that to the bottom, and all right, so the eye work is pretty much done. So let me tightline my eyes. It's not tightline, but you know, line the top of eyes. I'm going to use the McGrath liquid liner. Now I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Prime Velvet Primer to prime my lashes. And I remember when this first came out, people were obsessed with it. Now I did want to use the, oh my eyes freaked me out. So for the actual mascara, I'm going to be using the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill mascara. I don't hate this mascara, but I can tell, you know how like the way new mascaras feels? It's definitely giving that, like I feel like this can be a really good mascara, but it definitely needs time to like age. That's really weird, but if you know mascaras, then you know. All right, so the eyes are pretty much done. We're gonna move on to the rest of the face. So for the rest of the face, I am like highly excited. So first, I'm gonna go back to that Marc Jacobs Tantalized Dewdrop. I'm just going to apply a small amount as a base for my actual highlighter. So I'm really excited about doing like my blush and highlight because your boy's on Pat McGrath PR now. Ooh, I'm just thrilled, like to think this moment, wow, you guys saw my first Pat McGrath video, so it's full circle moment here. I'm going to be using the new collection that came out with the blushes and highlights and all that stuff. So I'm going to take the new Skin Fetish Divine Glow highlighter. This is in the shade Golden Nectar, and use that to highlight. The one trick I did learn from David whenever I did that live with Ulta was that if you get like the really harshness that comes with highlighter sometimes, which this is blinding AF, so I'm not too mad at it, but you can take a little bit of translucent powder and just sweep around it to kind of like soften the edges. And I'm taking that translucent deep powder from Laurent Mercier to do that. And that's still gorgeous. Next, I'm going to take the blushes, which we have all been praying for from Pat McGrath. So I'm going to take the new Divine Blush from Pat McGrath in the shade Love Struck. And I love you guys. This shade is like a hot pink. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm taking the shade, the highest points of my cheeks. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the shade in Paradise Venus, and this is a shade that's like closer to my complexion. I'm going to take that and use that to blend around the blush and take it back. And boom, there you go. Look at the face. Wow. So like you can see the blush, that hot pink blush, but it also makes sense and it blends in because of the other shade. So that's a little tip you can use. And for the lips, we're just going to keep it in the realm of Pat McGrath. We have the shade Dream Lover in the matte trace, which is like a soft beigey pink. Well, not beigey, but it is a soft pink, almost runs coral. And then we have the Divine Lip Shines. We have Flesh 7, which is like a deepened rosy shade. And we have the shade Divine Rose 2, which is a mauve-ish pink. I do want to use the matte trace lipstick, but I do need a lip liner, so let me go grab a lip liner real quick. So I'm actually going to take the shade Peep Show, which is a really soft pink, not something I'm used to, but I want to use that. Alright, and I'm going to go put on lashes, and then we'll be done with this look. Alright, you guys, so this is the completed look. This face cost a lot of money, and it looks good. Ultimately, I think that a lot of times we get caught up in this idea that higher price makeup is better. In some instances, yes. Like, one thing I will never take away from Pat McGrath and Natasha is that their eyeshadow quality is up there. But you know, there's a lot of times where we think that products are better because they cost more. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Ultimately, what I've come to realize is that I have a very high taste in beauty. And even though I will use cheap makeup, I think that I can see myself using a lot more high-end makeup in the future. It's just something that I was always like questioning, never was really like on board with until recently, and now I'm just like, now before we wrap things up, it is time for my Black Beauty Boy shout out of the video, not week, the video. This is where I shadow a Black Beauty Boy every week or every video to give them shine, give them the spotlight they deserve, because ultimately y'all still don't stand us enough and I'm pissed about it. But that's besides the point. So this video's Black Beauty Boy shout out goes out to my best friend in this world, Joshua, aka Killer King. Listen, I think it goes without saying that Josh is the yin to my yang. There's a lot of shit in this world that I go through and that I deal with, and he knows all of it. Outside of him just being my best friend, a confidant, and literally like my ride or die, Josh also does makeup, surprisingly. But also Josh is the owner of Drench Cosmetics, if you guys are not aware of. And I think that we need to make sure that we are celebrating not only creators in makeup, but we are also celebrating those who work behind the scenes, those who work hard to create the brands that we love and create the products that we stand in. Drench Cosmetics is really on an uphill rise right now. Like, I can tell you there's a lot of things that they're getting ready to release, things that have recently been released, and things that are coming that are going to really put Drench in a whole entire new space. So you guys need to get your pockets ready. My code right here, NeonMUA, to save some money at checkout. But besides the point, I do want to celebrate Josh as a content creator, celebrate him as a brand owner, celebrate him as my best friend, and to celebrate him as a great human being. So again, my Black Beauty Boy shout out goes to Josh, Killer King. If he decides to post makeup looks, then hey, there you go. If not, then you can support Drench Cosmetics. Both of those will be up on the screen so you guys can support. And yeah, stand the dolls. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. If you enjoyed yourself, which I hope you did, do go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, like, and support. It means so much. Also, you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well, so that you don't miss the next time I upload. because surprisingly, I am releasing more content in this month alone than I have all year. Don't understand how that happened, but here we are. Also, you guys make sure to follow me on all my social media accounts. That is NeonMUA on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Love to have you guys be part of the Fireflies family. There's a weird energy going on where like things are happening positively for me. I don't understand why. I don't want to like brag. I'm thankful, I'm humble, but like all the things that happen for me, I usually share online, especially Twitter. Instagram and TikTok, you know, I share those things too, but especially Twitter. Make sure you follow the doll everywhere. I appreciate it. Also, you guys make sure to support Dust to Dawn, the revolutionary, the legendary, the groundbreaking, the best palettes in the world, if you're being completely honest. Support the Dust to Dawn collection. Sign up for Midas newsletters if the palette that you want is out of stock, because those restocks will be coming. And like I said, support Josh and support Trench Cosmetics as well. I appreciate it so much. And that is the end of this video. Thank you guys. I'm going to go buy some expensive food. No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably just going to go to McDonald's. Oh, cookout. See you later, you guys. Bye.